Well, it's official. I sold the supercharged Civic, so now we're gonna go pick up the new project. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Texas Honda Channel. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. So in a previous video, I mentioned that the Civic was for sale, the supercharged Civic, and we got a lot of questions and a lot of people requested for me to put the interior back in, so that's exactly what I did. I charged the AC, got all the interior put back in, and it's good to go. Dialed the air-fuel ratios in, so it's good for street driving and fuel economy to a point on the E85 tune, but I also did the 93 to 91 octane tune, so it's really decent on fuel now compared to what it was before. I got a buyer, Luis Gonzalez. He ended up giving me $3,500 and sent me the money directly to my PayPal. So I got it sold to him for $3,500. I was gonna go for $4,000, but I figured I'd cut some people a break. $3,500 it's worth more than that to me, but $3,500 was a fair price, especially since it's tuned on E85 and it has Honda S300 version 3, the supercharger from Jackson Racing, cold AC, really good smooth ride, and yeah, it'll make it all the way to Seattle, Washington, which is where he's coming from. So he's going to be driving this all the way back to Washington, which is a 2,000-mile trip. I did hook up the heater core and put coolant in it and stuff like that because I didn't have the heater core hooked up, even though the AC was, just because it's Texas and it's hot. But I went ahead and filled all that up, checked all the fluids on everything, has some fresh oil in it and BESTLINE racing additive, and it's ready to go. It's going to be going to his new home. He is a subscriber, so I'm sure he'll keep in contact, give me updates as to what he changes on the car or what he does. So we're about to go pick up my new Civic, so we're going to head over to his house, and then we'll get the Civic and bring it here and go over more when we get back. Alright, so this is the new car that I'm getting. Well, new to me. Has a D17, probably just going to get it running pretty good. It has a lot of brand new parts on it. Raceland suspension, 6-speed horns, and all kinds of good stuff. Oh, there's Jeremy, Mexican Jesse. But it's a pretty cool little car. I like the setup. It's manual. We're just going to use this as the daily. But yeah, he included a lot of nice parts with it. I'm only paying $1,200, so I got a really good deal. I guess karma rewards me for selling the supercharged Civic so cheap. But yeah, he gave me some extra parts here and there and some extra wheels, and he has an extra cylinder head and stuff. But we're gonna get this thing all tidied up and get it back to the house, and we'll go over stuff there. Alright, so here it is, the 2002 Honda Civic Coupe. Has the D17 in it. It does not run perfect. We do have to figure some stuff out on it, but for the price I paid, it'll be some good content for you guys and a pretty decent daily once I get all the little bugs fixed. But he did put new coil packs on, the race header, the cylinder head was replaced. I think it might just be out of timing, but if not, we'll do a compression test and check all that out. Brand new battery, alternator, all kinds of new components. But it's on some Raceland coilovers, and it rides a little bit stiff, but we just got to adjust the preload, no big deal. And it is kind of low for a daily, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I might raise it up just a little bit because I like function over form, but I do like the way it looks. The paint will need redone because it is pretty bad. We've got clear fading on both sides, and there's some key marks and stuff like that, but not a big deal. I can handle the paint. We'll probably end up doing this thing like a satin burgundy, like maroon looking color, because this paint really needs some attention. But overall, for the price, $1,200, I got a really good deal. It has The little tow hook, I like that. It has something hanging from it. Probably put something else there. But yeah, my kids like it. Wife thinks it's pretty cool. And the interior is pretty nice, which just needs a little detail, nothing too crazy. Has a detachable steering wheel and all that good stuff. It's 5-speed. So yeah, I like it. And I ended up taking the valve cover that was on the head and the back and throwing it on the built engine. This thing is officially timed, torqued, everything's ready, has brand new intake valves, all the good stuff. This is ready to drop in a new setup. This is the daily. This isn't the only car I'm buying with the money I got from this car, which he still has to come down from Washington to get this, but it's safe here until then. We'll just keep it in the garage. Unless I need to work in here, then we'll move it out. But yeah, I'm going to try to find an EF hatch or an EG hatch that's in decent shape, and we're going to make a race-specific setup, which will be turboed with this engine. Forged rods, Nippon Racing pistons. They're PM6 pistons, but they're Teflon coated, and they're stronger than factory D16A6 pistons. That's essentially what they are, but they're upgraded version. AEM cam gear, Speed Factory Street Savage race cam, with 4 degrees advanced timing, with Brian Cryer springs retainers, brand new intake valves. The exhaust valves all looked really good, so I just reseated them to the head. And we've got the Y8 oil pan, ACL race bearings, Y8 ported and shimmed oil pump. Now if you're wondering why I didn't go with the Z6 pump and pan, I just couldn't find one that was cheap enough, so I just ran with what I had. This is a brand new pump though, and the oil pan's aluminum, so it'll be easy to put the bung in there because it's pretty soft metal to grind away at. But yeah, this thing's ready to go to make some good power out of this. So I want to put this in a hatch of some sort, whether it be an EF or an EG. I don't want to necessarily do an EK hatch, plus they're really hard to come by for a decent price. Everyone thinks they're worth like $6,000, so I'm just not trying to mess with that. But I'm gonna try to find an EF because that's my favorite body style. But EG will work for me too because they make a lot of carbon panels for those, and we can make them super light. So I hope that kind of explains some things. But this car needs a little work, nothing too crazy, but for 1,200 bucks, again, I can't complain. I'm happy with it. So you'll see this on the channel a lot. This you won't see much of anymore unless he sends me update videos of him racing it or whatever. So huge shout out again to Luis Gonzalez for buying the car and not playing any games. Has a clean clear title, ready for him to come get it, so that's awesome. But now we have this and we're still on the hunt for another vehicle. So yeah, that's basically it for this update video on exactly what's going on. We'll check over all this, and then after everything's good, we'll start working on getting it repainted and making it my own. Because as you guys already probably know, I like to make vehicles my own. I don't like buying built setups or something like this, which is great. He's done a lot of work and I'm really happy about that. But I want to kind of make it my own still, you know? So I'm going to sand it, repaint it, do something different with it, but it'll still look cool. And it'll still run good, and it'll be a good little daily for me. That way I don't try to daily my race car lick. That's what was happening with this one. I was trying to daily it and make it a race car, and I was just kind of getting confused as to what I wanted with it. But I will miss this setup, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will too. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. Definitely stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn the bell icon on, get notified of every upload, and subscribe to Texas Honda channel. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content, and there's plenty of more content coming. So we'll see you guys in the next one. As I like to say, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.